Hello and welcome. So today, just going to quickly talk about your daily caloric needs and how you work out that basically off your height, off your weight, off your age and off your gender. No cookie cutter programs, working out your calories for you. So, what is your BMR and how do we calculate our caloric needs? So your BMR, your basal metabolic rate, is the number of calories the body requires to stay the same as it is now if we were to do nothing but exist. So if you were to stay in bed all day, how many calories would you need to stay the same as you are? So anything and everything we do can affect this, and it is calculated using your height, weight, age and gender. There's a number of varying equations that can be used to calculate your BMR, and there are many online sites that have a calculator that you can literally just input your data and the calculator, the website will do all the maths for you. So literally you just put in your details and that'll give you your answer straight back. But I will just give an example of one formula and how we apply it and how we use it to calculate our needs. So the MSJ equation is a popular one and it goes as follows. For males, the equation is 10 times weight in kilograms plus 6.25 times height in centimetres minus 5 times age in years plus 5. That will give you your BMR. For females...
Oh, Dad, not this, not...
Females.
Females? Do you have to call them females?
It's the same equation, but instead of plus in the 5, we minus 161 at the end of it, and that'll give us our BMR. So then, what do? We take that BMR and use that in the Harris-Benedict formula, and that'll give us our daily caloric needs. So that basically has different levels of exercise, and so we use a different number for whichever level we're at. So the caloric needs for little to no exercise are your BMR times 1.2. That'll give you your needs for that day if you do no exercise. A little bit more exercise, so a little bit of exercise, BMR times 1.375. 3 to 5 times a week exercising, BMR times 1.55. Very active, it's that BMR then times 1.725, and if we're overly active, it's that BMR times 1.9, and then that will give us our daily caloric needs. And that's how then we can work out how much we need to be eating, basically, and it's no longer just a guessing game. So we can take a look at our nutrition then and where we need to go with it and how many calories we want to be aiming for each day. Again, like I just said, we don't do this, we don't work out these calories, it's just a guessing game. So like I say, we just need to know for certain what we are getting in and what we need to be aiming for. So if we are trying to lose weight, we need to be in a deficit, but not a huge one. So we need to eat as much as we can while still trying to lose weight. Same with trying to bulk up, because then we've got somewhere to go, we've got a bit of leeway, basically we're not starving ourselves, we're not force feeding it. So again, this is when we have some room for movement, so when we plateau, Joe, then you can carry on to drop your calories. Joe, you're not then stuck and you can't drop them anymore because you are literally starving, and vice versa, you're not forcing your food down your throat. So we have discussed about how to work the calories out and how many we need. But it is also important to remember that not all calories are equal. So it is as simple as calories in versus calories out, but then once we get to that next level, it isn't. So just quickly, for each gram of protein, that has 4 calories per gram. Same with carbs. And then fats has 9 calories per gram of fat. So it's not necessarily that fats are bad, but it's a lot easier to overindulge on fats and go over our daily caloric needs, and that's where this myth that fat is bad for us comes from. I'll not get into it too deeply and overcomplicate things just yet, but for people who are just starting their fitness journey, we can utilise these formulas, and then when we do start to plateau further down the line, then we can look into it deeper about what calories we're eating and what's in those individual calories, as opposed to just looking at the overall calories. So yeah, but just be careful if you are getting a diet or training plan off anyone. Make sure they are qualified, make sure they know what they're talking about. Joe, if they've not took any personal details off you, then your diet isn't going to be personalised to you. Joe, it's just going to be a cookie-cutter program with generic calories, generic needs. It's not going to be tailored. So just be mindful of that. And like I say, I've given you this formula now and this information. And again, there are, if you just type in BMR calculator on a search engine, Joe, something will come up and you can just fire your details into that. And for our average trainers, Joe, this is all we need. We won't need to then go into things any deeper. But we can then, as I say, we can start then looking at individual calories and the macros that are making up that daily caloric intake when we do get to that next level of our nutrition. But for general health, fitness, people that are just starting to get into it and wanting to try and lose a bit of weight, put a bit of weight on, we need to work out our BMR, and it is just as simple as the calories in versus calories out. Then, like I say, once you then get to that sticking point and that plateau, then we can look into things a little bit deeper. We don't need to overcomplicate things too much to begin with, but we do need to be scientific with things. We don't want to be just getting cookie cutter programs off random people on the internet that aren't qualified. So be mindful of that, be scientific, but be wary at the same time, be mindful. And like I say, I've given you this now, so you can go out there and do it yourself. You can work out your daily calories yourselves, Joe. You can use a tracker on your phone yourself. We don't need to be reliant on people that don't really know what they're on about. So, good luck with this information, guys. Hope you utilise it and I hope you're getting well on your fitness journeys. I will catch you in the next video. See you later.